The following video was captured by Danny in her home, and as much as skeptics might say otherwise, she's pretty sure what they're dealing with is a ghost. One afternoon, Danny left for her usual shift at work and asked her mom to stay over and watch her 2-year-old daughter, Mimi. The two were having some innocent granny and daughter time when something truly unbelievable happened.
You're so funny. I can't wait until summer gets here so we can go outside and play.
I miss Mimi.
I miss you too. I miss you too. What?
Coming.
What? Who's coming?
Here coming.
Who?
Him.
You see somebody back there?
Him.
Who?
Here.
Him?
Yeah.
Where's he at? Is he in our house?
Yeah.
Where? Show me. Where's he at? He's right in front of you?
Yep.
Who is it?
A guy.
Who's there, mister? What are you doing in our... Where's he at? In the dining room?
Yeah.
Show me him. Go show me him. Give me your hand. Take me to him.
This him.
Take me to him. Show me.
This him.
Wait, let me... Show me. Is he right here?
Yep.
He's in our dining room?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our dining room, mister? What does he look like?
I bug.
He's got bug eyes?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our living room, mister? Get. You go back home. You go back wherever you came from. What's he doing? Come on, you're creeping me out. We're going upstairs. Come on. You're scaring me. We're going upstairs. Yeah, you're scaring me. We're going upstairs. You are...
The little girl looked visibly terrified, and her tiny voice later described it perfectly. He's got bug eyes. And at that age, you don't just make that kind of detail up. Thankfully, the home security camera captured everything, so Danny sent the footage to a local ghost hunter, and the case is currently under review. We can only hope she receives the help she deserves, especially because her daughter still hasn't stopped talking about the man with the bug eyes. You know how people say, you get used to anything if it happens long enough? That might be true, but not when it comes to ghosts. A group of friends have dealt with strange occurrences at their workplace for months. Unexplainable noises when no one is around, footsteps echoing from empty rooms, and doors that seem to close on their own. It became a part of their routine, as strange as that sounds, but one day, something finally happened that they couldn't ignore. Take a look at the kind of stuff they had to deal with every day.
Chloe, you're gonna have to go and have a look. Honestly. Please.
Don't fucking go there.
Well, I am.
I'm here.
No, we're the only ones here.
Hello? Hello?
Oh! No! Oh my, Chloe, go in, Chloe. Go in.
There's actually no one in here.
No, wait. I'll have a look at the bar now. What the hell?
With objects moving on their own and no one visibly nearby, this was clearly a paranormal activity, and for the first time, they caught it on camera. They showed the footage to their manager, hoping for answers, but instead of taking action, he brushed it off, and that's when they started to suspect he might know more than he's letting on. Feeling unsafe, the women met with a paranormal expert, who gave them iron rings and black salt pouches, items said to ward off dark entities and trap restless spirits. Now they carry it to work and keep it close at all times. Hopefully, it's enough, because if it's not, they may have no choice but to leave. The man in the next clip, Alejandro Torres from Seville, Spain, found himself trapped in what can only be described as a haunted living space. Around 3 a.m., during what many call the devil's hour, he began hearing strange noises from his bathroom. Curious but unsettled, he started recording.
3 a.m. De vuelta se escuchan los ruidos en la... Ahí está. Ya no sé qué hacer. Alguien que me diga qué hacer. ¿Cómo querés que te ayude? Ya no sé qué hacer. ¿Cómo querés que te ayude? Yo ya no sé qué hacer. Ya no sé cómo vivir con esto. Se están escuchando susurros. Esto nunca había escuchado. Voy a acercarme para... ¿Quién sos? Déjame tranquilo. Ya no sé qué hacer. Ya no sé qué hacer. No sé qué hacer.
Right outside his restroom, you can see the door handle violently shaking, like someone or something was trapped inside. Then a blood-curdling scream, as if whatever was inside was being tormented and desperately wanted release. He checked every corner of his house. No one was there, but the air felt heavy, like he was being watched. Then things escalated.
Se están escuchando ruidos acá. Ahí dejaron de hablar. Hace días que vengo escuchando ruidos acá. Ya no sé cómo... Se cayó de acá un botín. Ya igual a estas alturas miedo ya no tengo. Concha de su madre. Esos hijos de puta. El coche yo no lo dejo ahí aparte. Siempre aparece el coche en cualquier lado. Ya no sé qué. Benji, vení acá. Vení, Benji, acá. Se me desvanecen las piernas ya. Ya no sé cómo vivir. Benjamín, vení conmigo. No te vayas, vení. Quédate acá. Quédate acá. Deja de ladrar, quédate acá. ¿A dónde estás mirando, Benjamín? Vení acá, Benjamín. Andate, hijo de puta.
Objects started moving on their own. Items he knew he placed one way were suddenly somewhere else, and his dog started barking at empty spaces like it could see something he couldn't. And the most disturbing part? The moment he saw a face, an unnatural image on the door, but by the time he looked away to get something to defend himself, the image was gone. The scariest part is, this wasn't a one-time occurrence. It had been happening for weeks. But on March 27th, 2024, it returned, louder, stronger, and darker.
¿Cómo la busco? ¿Dónde querés que la busque? Déjame en paz. está cerca. ¿El campo qué?
Just like previous times, it started with the same sounds, the same door, only this time it was louder and more deliberate. Desperate for answers, Alejandro compiled his footage and contacted spiritual experts, and after reviewing everything, they confirmed what he feared most. There was a powerful demonic entity living in the house. They fixed a date to perform some cleansing rituals, but until the energy is fully removed, Alejandro refuses to return to that building. And honestly, can you blame him? Some nurses were on their night shift break when they heard something strange coming from the old ward next door, a room that had not been used for months. But before this day, they've noticed odd events like call buttons lighting up on their own, empty beds creaking like someone had just sat up, and the sound of soft, wheezing breathing coming from rooms with no patients. A few times, nurses claimed to see someone walking into a ward, only to find it completely empty. So on this very day, when they heard the strange noise from the old ward, they tried to ignore it, but the sounds grew louder, so they sent the only male nurse with them at the moment to check it out. And this is what he saw.
Go in. Go in. Go in. Figure out why the lights are. I don't like that. I don't like that. Do it.
They look like evil eyes. You guys gonna come with me?
Yeah, of course we're gonna go with you.
Thanks. Ooh, it feels weird. Was that you? Yeah. This room feels weird. I don't like this. Ooh. The curtain moved.
No, it did.
Yeah, it did. It moved.
No,
It moved.
it
It
didn't.
moved. Yes, it did.
Why would a
It did.
curtain move?
How do you not see that? Oh, okay.
The curtains were moving even though the windows were closed and there was no fan, and shortly after, things started falling off shelves. One by one, these could be dismissed as coincidence, but all of them together? That's different. With the combination of physical movement, electrical disturbance, and timing, what they caught was more than just a strange coincidence. Something was in that room, and for a ward that hadn't seen a patient in weeks, there's only one explanation. A lingering spirit was present, maybe a former patient. This next clip was recorded by Clara's father, after he realized they've been living with something unexplainable that refuses to leave them alone. It started small with sounds of dripping water from taps that weren't on, lights dimming whenever she walked into a room, strange burn marks appearing on the walls with no heat source nearby. Unwilling to accept reality, they convinced themselves it was faulty wiring, old pipes, maybe even a prank. But on this particular Monday morning, all logic failed. Clara was getting ready for a big presentation, and her dad offered to record her for practice. The moment she began speaking, this happened.
1, 2, 3, go. Okay na? Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, verified the client's... Now that I have introduced myself to the patient, explained the procedure, and asked for his consent, verified the client's identity, and verified...
Ano ito?
Sige pa, sige na. O, tara. 1, 2, 3, go. Now that I have introduced myself to the patient,
She tried to brush it off, but then it happened again. And this time, it was more terrifying. Since then, her father has compiled every strange event caught on camera, and they're now seeking serious help to get rid of whatever spirit in their home. We hope her presentation still went well after that kind of experience. Some people say mornings are the safest time of the day, like whatever's out there rests when the sun comes up. But for Jorge, that quiet morning was anything but safe. It was a quiet morning, and Jorge was lying in bed, scrolling through his phone like usual, just enjoying the calm. Without warning, Alexa started playing Tiptoe Through the Tulips, but he hadn't touched anything. At first, he thought it was a glitch, or maybe he triggered it by accident, but the music kept going and something about it didn't feel right. He got out of bed, walked toward the kitchen, took out his camera, and began to film the incident when this happened.
What the f***? Oh, f***. What the f***? What the fuck? Alexa! Stop the music! Alexa, stop! What the f***? In the name of Jesus Christ, I ask you to leave this house right now. What the f***? Who goes there? Somebody's in there, you better come out right now. I got a knife on me right now. Come out right now. Oh, f***. In the name of Jesus Christ. I ask you to come out. Who's in here? Who's in here right now? You better come out.
He heard the sound of children laughing and running, but Jorge doesn't have kids. The next thing was a high-pitched scream that was very sharp and unmistakably human. He followed the sound, trying to trace where it was coming from, and just as he reached for the door, it slammed shut. Then another scream followed, but this time it was louder and angrier. Jorge ran out of the house and drove straight to his local church seeking help, and honestly, he'll need more than luck, but we hope he gets all the help he needs. Because despite being absent, neighbors still report music, laughter, and that same growling voice echoing through the walls. The following video was captured in a hotel in Manchester, and back when this incident in the video I'm about to show you happened, the security man had to quit his job because the entire hotel was pretty bad with activity. On this day, there were reports that there were screams from room 209, and no one checked into the room, so John, the security man, had to go up to have a look.
It's room 209. Amy says nobody's checked into that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now. What's going on, John? There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there. Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room. Correct? John, just wait. We're going to get a hold of the police. So, I would wait for the police, John. Amy, John's going to enter the room real quick just to check, make sure, see what's going on. Wait one. John? John, are you there? Okay, Amy, John wants you to call the police right now if you don't mind. He says no one's in there, but that all of the furniture's been turned upside down and the hold on.
John was supposed to wait for the police, but curiosity got the better of him, and if you look closely, you'll see something like a shadowy figure leaving the room. Also, with the way they saw everything in the room upside down, the only explanation is that there was a paranormal entity active in that room. The hotel ran a full investigation, but soon everything became silent. John, on the other hand, couldn't let it go. He went back to review the footage, and when he saw the figure moving just outside room 209, he knew this was certainly a ghost.